second practical exam by doing more biochemical tests and know all things about the bacteria. So for the first practical exam, you just have to know this microorganism, if it's gram-positive, gram-negative, it's of cocci, it's bacilli, and the arrangements of this NO. So we see what you have to do during this lab, okay? So the material that you need is first, so this the difference. Sorry. This is the different plates or the different media, yeah, that we talked about it just last time, yeah. The blood agar plate, the PA, the Mackenzie, and the nutrient agar plate, and the mannitol salt agar plate. So we have to shake this plate. Okay. Some student is just coming. And also you have to do the gram stain.
Trump is such an asshole.
The
Downplaying
gram
the
stain.
virus.
Okay.
And he was taking little field trips from the hospital.
Okay,
anyways.
so first you have your NO. You have to do two things. So the gram staining and shaking plates. So you have to shake your nutrient agar, like, you know, like you shake like technique for the isolated the shake plate. Okay, by what? By 3, or it's depends to by 3 zones. Yeah. To get isolated colony, and you can describe your colonies, yeah. So if you want to start with by gram staining, and then you have to do the shaking plates or shaker plates. So I don't know when some students is coming. Let's see. Hello guys, just some students just coming here. So we talk about the lab practical exam, okay? So each student I will give you just one unknown microorganism, so with different number, and you have to you don't have to name or identify your microorganism, okay? Just you have to know something about the gram staining, and you have to read the result for the for this plate. So you have like 1, 2, 3, 4 different agar plates, and also for the nutrient agar plate to know and to get isolated colony, to describe the morphological characteristic of your colony, okay? So first we talk about so here we talk about the, so after obtaining the NO, it's gonna be like gram positive or gram negative. So you don't know. Immediately you have to, of course, record the number in the report for your exercise. So if you didn't give me the number in your lab report card, I cannot know which what is your NO, of course. Okay, I have to know, and you have to record your number in your lab report. Okay. And first, if you want to start by shaking plate or by gram staining, it's depends to you. Okay, so first we talk about the isolation shake on the nutrient agar plate, the Mackenzie, PA, and blood agar plate. So for the shaking plate, So we'll use, so give me a second here if it's shown it here. So we talk about this here. So I give you like 1, 2, 3, 4 plates for the nutrient. You have to shake your plate. So because I will give you like both. This your inacrom. Okay. This and now, yeah. So like here for number, like C, like number 4. Okay. What you have to do?
One.
So you have to shake your plate, yeah. So for the nutrient, you have to shake by the shake plate technique, yeah, by 3 zones, yeah. Do you remember this technique, yeah? To get what? To get what? Yes. By shaking plates.
To get isolated colonies.
Isolated colonies, good. So after incubation, you get isolated colony, and you have to describe these colonies, yeah. So I give you all the result later, okay. So you have to describe the colony in this plates, okay, and other tests of course. So for the nutrient agar plates, you have to shake it, shake plates or isolated shake plates technique, and after just all this I will give you the results for each plate and for the gram staining also we talk about, okay. So and for the McKenkie, the PA and the other plate or the mannitol salt agar plate 2, so you can just make it like a simple staining or like a straight line. Also for the agar plate, I will see if I give you like you have to shake it like the 3 zone or 4 zones, okay, to get isolated colony, and you have to describe how can you describe your colony, yeah, for the nutrient agar plate, yeah.
You describe it by the color and the shape.
Yeah, good. And margin, texture, and the elevation too, okay. So what you have to do is like this. So it's gonna be easy. So to describe the colon, talk about the colon, morphological characteristic of the colony, not of the cell. So for the cell we describe it well, yeah. After what? After doing the gram staining, okay. Or so for this one, for the gram staining or simple staining can describe the bacterial cells, yeah. Yes guys, just let me know if you already understand these steps. Yes, please. Because yes, okay, just because some of you I saw some mistake for your lab report for your gram staining, so but confused between the colonial morphological characteristic and a single or the cell morphological characteristic, okay. It's different. So of course after incubation you can solve the result, yeah. So label the plate with your name and no number, date, and medium. So after incubation for 24 to 48 at 37 or 35 degrees, okay, I will give you the result on your plates, okay. So for the McKenkie, we'll talk about the McKenkie. How is the McKenkie is what is a selective and a differential media, yeah. So it's selective for what? Yes. So just you have studied for the exam, yeah. So the McKenkie is selective for what? Yes, please. Guys, hello. So the McKenkie is selective for which type of the microorganism? Hello?
Electrofermenting.
What?
Electro.
it's not clear. What? Okay, and selective for what is the shift for like, and selective for gram negative. Okay, so this McKenzie is selective for gram negative. So this media allows just the gram negative to grow on this plate. If mute yourself, please. Mute yourself, please. Mama, what's this? Please, just mute yourself, please. So for the McKenzie is selective for gram negative. So this media McKenzie just allow the grow or the for the grow or just for the gram negative. So the gram positive cannot grow on the McKenzie agar plate. If I give you for example like this, and after incubation you see the growth like this of the bacteria here like this. What you see here? So what me? So this and now microorganism is gram positive or gram negative. It's a yes. Yes, it's gram positive or gram negative?
Positive, I believe.
No, it's gram negative.
Negative? Okay.
Yeah. So the PA, so you just study for the exam, yeah, or not? Yes? Yes, guys? Yes or no? Please. Are you studying for the exam or not?
From what?
Are you studying for the exam or not?
Which exam?
But you did it.
The one that we just did?
Yeah, so you didn't do this different type of media, yeah?
Maybe that's a question I didn't get to answer.
Okay. So what about the PA? It's selective for what? Yes?
Gram negative?
It's so selective for
What's the question?
positive.
Charlie, stop it.
Okay. So for example, if I cannot so after incubation, just you get these two that are grow on the McKenzie and that are no grow on the PA. What do you think is your microorganism? Yeah? It's gram negative. You see? So the McKenzie allow the growth of the gram negative and for the PA just allow for the gram positive. For it's your N now is gram negative. You cannot see the growth in the PEA plates. Okay, I understand this point. Yeah. So this how can you describe or read the result in your plates. Okay. Yes. Also for the mannitol salt agar plate also, yeah. So for the mannitol salt agar plate is selective and differential media, yeah. So it's selective for what? Yes, it's so for the mannitol salt, for the mannitol salt agar plate, it's selective for what? Please, so we take a review. No. So it's selective for the microorganisms that can tolerate or can grow at high concentration of salts. Yeah, like what? Like this Staphylococcus. Yeah, and it's differential if the bacteria is mannitol fermental or fermenter. Yeah, it can ferment the mannitol or not. Yes. How you know if it's mannitol fermenter or not in the on the mannitol salt agar plate? Yeah, how? The medium will change in the color. Good. So what this color is gonna be like? Like or before, like yellow. Good job. So because the production of the acid and product. Good. So if you see the plate, it changes to yellow, that means the bacteria, this bacteria is a mannitol ferment. Yeah. If there are no change on your mannitol salt agar plate, so this bacteria is non-mannitol ferment. Yeah. So this how can you read your result after incubation? Yes or no? Yes, guys, please. Yeah. And also for the McKenkie, it's differential for the lactose. If there are around the colony, like what's the color? It's gonna be if the lactose, yeah, positive, or it's lactose fermented. This bacteria, it's what you can see in your plate for the lactose. Yeah. How is the result for the lactose fermenters? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So the McKenkie also has a pH indicator. Yeah, it's the red. Yeah, it's red. Yeah. So it So just we talk. Give me a second. We talk about when you for the lab report. Okay. Okay. So what is how you know that your microorganism it's a lactose fermenter or not? How? Please. Yeah. How? Pink color. Good. So just you review or just you did the exam. Yeah, I think you are freshing for all this information. Yeah, about this plate of this media. Okay. So for the blood agar plate, you know, some bacteria is alpha hemolysis or beta or cannot break down the blood cell, so it's a gamma hemolysis. Okay, so it's gonna be different. It's like a greenish color or like a clear zone around the growth of the bacteria if it's alpha, greenish if it's clear zone if it's beta, greenish if it's alpha, and nothing for the gamma hemolysis bacteria. Okay, so I think we talked about this last time. So for this after incubation, I give you this things. Or of course, for the neutral agar, you can just describe your column, okay? And also, if it's possible, in the blood agar plate, you can also describe the colony by shrinking, or of course, the plate by the 3 zones, okay? Okay, guys? Yeah, any question about the first step about the isolation shrinking your plate? Okay, any questions? Yeah? No? So I'll give you the result of this plate, okay, by tomorrow, and I will tell you. Yes, any question about this first step? No? So when you finish shrinking your plate, so it's easy like shrinking, put in the incubator, and you have to record or read your result the next day, or like by 48 hours. Okay, next what you have to do, so next it's gram staining. Okay, so you have to do your gram staining your ENA. Okay, so you know the steps for the gram staining. Yeah, so after gram staining, what you have to do, yeah, you have to see your slide under the microscope and describe your microorganism, if it's gram positive or negative, and also you have to describe the morphology and the arrangement of the cells. Yeah, so here it's a cells or microbial, or for the bacterial cells, not a colony. Here for the gram staining, you have to describe the morphology and the arrangement of this cell. It's different like when you describe the colony. How to describe the morphology and the arrangement of the cell after gram staining? So the morphology, how can you describe it? It's and now it's what the morphology. What you have to tell me about the morphology? So this is important. So what you have to tell me in your lab report? Yeah. Yes, please. If it's what? Yes. Please. Yeah.
The color, pigmentation, shape.
No. Morphology for the gram staining, or for the simple staining, it's the same thing.
Whether it's positive or negative?
Okay, for positive and negative. Okay, by the color, if it's purple or pink. Yeah, so it's purple, it's gram positive, it's pink, it's gram negative. Next, we have to describe also the morphology and the arrangement of the cell. How you describe the morphology? You tell what? Yeah, if your microorganism is what? The morphology, please, of the cell. Yes? Yeah, sure, yeah. Waiting for you, please. You have to know. Yeah. What we did. So if it's cocci or something else, yeah, good. So the answer, if it's cocci, bacilla, or something else, okay? So most of your microorganisms, it's gonna be like cocci or bacilli, okay? Gram positive or gram negative, and also you have to describe the arrangement of its staphylo or strepto or something else, okay? So that's what you have to describe your bacterial cell for this lab, okay? So if it's cocci and bacilli, and the arrangement, if it's staphylo or strep, or just other type of the arrangement, okay? Okay, guys, please. Yeah. So these two things that you have to supposed to do it for your lab practical first. So two things. What is this? Two things is the gram staining and the shaking plate. Yeah, shake the plate. So for the shaking plate, you can do the technique for the isolated shake plate technique. Okay, to get isolated colony, and then after incubation you can describe your colonies, and also you see a different reaction for this media. Okay, Mackenzie blood agar. So you have to give me the result what you get for your N now. If it's gram, so if it's mannitol fermenter, if it's what else? If it's so if it's alpha or beta hemolysis, if it's just or it's also if it's a mannitol fermenter. So this what you have to tell me in your lab report. Okay. So after incubation, so you have to know the growth characteristic and described in the report. So you have to record the bacterial color morphology that we talk about it. Yeah. So the margin texture, color, and elevation, and the form also. Okay, I think so. And all the result about the shaking plates and different media that you shake it will be sent to you by email. So at least by tomorrow. Okay. Any questions before? Yeah. Any questions, guys? Yeah. So yes. So here's some steps how you have to write your lab report. Okay, for your unknown bacteria. Okay. So it's gonna be you have just to read some things here. So of course required different steps or different sections. Okay, so first your first page, make the title. So it's must include these things like the title page first, and next you have to do your introduction, material and methods, result, and discussion and conclusion of your result. And of course, at the end of your lab report, you have to list of the reference or worksheet. Okay. So for the title page, include the title, so the number of your annal. So you have more shown here. So it's like number 2, 3, or 4. Okay, your name. So the instruction names, also the course name and the number. Okay, so for example, you see. So this what is your the first page of the title page is like this. Okay. So you cannot read all these pages. So for the introduction, so you have just must include in the text like so. Just I give you some example how you can do your lab report for the introduction. So just you have to read this this example or these steps. Okay. So for the material and method also. So for the result, you can put your like this your plates or your the result that I give it to you. Okay. Okay, guys, please. So include all the relevant table and picture in your lab report. So don't forget the picture that you have to include it in your lab report. So just all the picture can I send it to you later, so you can add it in your lab report. Okay. So of course you have to label it, which this plate, and this plate. Okay. So you see here, so all the plates are like shaking like 3 zones. you can do it. Okay, so for this it's like 3 zones, for this also in 3 zones, and this 3 zones. So you can shake your plate like the shake plate technique by 3 zones, or you can shake like just the nutrient agar plate and the blood agar plate. So it's gonna be same thing. Okay. So at the end you have to do your discussion and the conclusion, of course. So for here, discuss and analyze your result. How did the result lead to the identification of your unknown? So just not give me the name of your microorganism. Just tell me if it's gram positive, cocci and the arrangement, and other things. Okay, base it on the what you did for the plates that you shake it and the result that you obtain. Okay. So which result did you use to identify your animal, and what problem did you encounter with the explanation? So just please you have to resort this the list of the references. Okay, so I think it's clear now about the, so just you have to read this sample, okay, of the lab report. So don't forget to include all the step: introduction, material and methods, result, and the conclusion, and of course the references. Okay, so any questions? Yeah, please, for this practical. So for the result, I will send it to you, so by today or by tomorrow. So by tomorrow is at least. Okay, and you have to do your lab report. So for the due, so I let you know what will be the due for the practical. Okay, so this is your practical exam 1. Okay, so first day just you have to pause what you have to do in the lab. You have to supposed to do is you have to do your gram staining and shaking plates, and put your plates on the incubator, and you have to see your slide under the microscope. Okay, and see if your microorganism and microorganism, if it's gram positive or gram negative. Okay, and you have to record your result, and next day you have to read or record the result also of the your plate. That is your how it should be your practical exam. So of course you cannot do the steps or these things like practical. So just I give you I give you the result for the gram staining and for plate, and just you have to interpret the result and do your practical. Okay, and you do your lab report. So just you have so I didn't decided yet for the due. It's gonna be like next week. Okay, so maybe I will give you like 1 week to do your lab report. Okay, guys, like 1 week at least. I gave you exactly the due dates later. So just you have to check your blackboard, and I will submit the due for the lab report. Okay, so just that's what you have to do for the practical exam. So I think it's gonna be easy for you. So I just give you 1 amount. Okay, each of you gets a number of your of the amount. Okay, it's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, or 20. Okay, so any question about this? Yes, please. Okay, so I give you like 1 week. I tell you so don't just make sure the due date. Just I will post it later on Blackboard and the result from for each of you. Okay, the plate and the staining, the ground staining. Okay. So just make it clear, please. Just it's, I think it's same. Yeah. So just make it clear, please, and you know. So of course you have to print it, yeah. Okay, not handwriting for the lab report, okay? Not handwriting. Handwriting, no handwriting for the lab report, please. Yes?
So you want it tight, right?
Yeah, of course. I think it's better. Yeah?
So you said it'll be due in a week, you said?
Yeah, in a week. So it's gonna be enough for you or no? Yeah? Yes?
Yeah, okay.
It's okay for 1 week? So I on Blackboard, okay? Blackboard, yeah.